right, when it comes to BuzzFeed Unsolved, the first episode I ever watched was Shane and Ryan discussing the missing or lost colony of Roanoke. And this was, I want to say, I think late 2017 when I first watched this episode. And this episode was in like the back half of season 3. So, I had 2 full seasons and a half to catch up on. And I wasn't disappointed. I feel like what drew me into the Shane and Ryan dynamic was definitely the banter. The fact that this was a video unlike anything I'd ever seen on YouTube before. The fact that it was talking about history, but in a way that was fun and, entertaining. Fun, entertaining, and educational all rolled into one. The fact that they were dropping historical facts, but then also the wild theories of alien invasion or alien abductions, zombie plagues, or just simply being, the Indians or Native Americans drove the colony members into the ocean to die. Who knows? But I just feel like what made the episode stand out to me and why I'm like, you know what? I need to check out more of what these guys are doing because I like what they do. It was definitely the chemistry between the host, and you noticed that a lot about content creators. And also, just thanks to those who say, oh, I love your videos and you have a nice voice. I appreciate that. I think for me, and I feel like a lot of you can relate, the host or host of a series can make or break your enjoyment and whether or not you decide to engage in what they have to say. Like, for example, I'm a content creator full time. I have been for going on 7 years now. Whenever I have a lot of videos to edit, or whenever I'm doing stuff on eBay and I got to spend a few hours listing items or packing orders, it's not uncommon for me to want to have background noise, whether it be a Spotify playlist or if I open YouTube and select a video. Okay, let me look at a 40-minute video breaking down the character of Wolverine, or a new episode of this show came out. Let me watch the person do Easter eggs and a summary of the episode. Or in the case of historical stuff, especially post Hamilton, once Hamilton went on Disney Plus, everybody and their mom was doing historical videos. If a video is like 30-40 minutes long and I need it as background noise, I will judge whether or not I watch it within the first 10 seconds. Like, if the person's voice isn't engaging, I'm not going to listen to it. So when it comes to Unsolved, Shane and Ryan, they just have, it's definitely the opposites attract element because their energy is different in terms of how they approach different subjects, but the chemistry and the banter just feels so natural, the way they bounce off each other. You can't help but watch these episodes hoping that, okay, when is Ryan going to convince Shane of, this wild and crazy theory might actually have some evidence to back it up? And when will Ryan, kind of look at things from a more realistic perspective as opposed to a supernatural perspective? It's almost like, that Tom is never going to catch Jerry, but you're going to keep watching the episodes to see if it really happens. And I feel like that's one of the most charming elements of the Ghoul Boys or the Berry Boys, whatever you want to call them. And that's what makes the episode so special. So, the lost colony of Roanoke, I remember as a kid learning about this and wow, where did these people go? It doesn't make sense. So, the jokes of like, well, maybe they decided to just leave when the guy went back to Spain to get some supplies. They're like, oh, we fooled that guy. Let's just go somewhere else. And I was like, wait, what? And then I thought about it. I'm like, okay, this is pretty funny. This isn't just two stiffs behind a desk spewing historical facts. It's like they're gonna take shots. They're gonna make fun. They're gonna, throw banter around about it. So, yeah, I definitely feel like the Roanoke episode is a gem. It is not my favorite all-time Ryan and Shane video. I said in another piece of content that the Knott's Berry Farm, that's my favorite Ryan and Shane video. But this particular Unsolved episode is special to me because without it, I wouldn't have gotten into the, Unsolved fandom, if you will. So, I mean, if not that, if not for this episode, I may not have been, a fan of the Watcher content. Maybe at some point Puppet History would have drew me in. I'm pretty sure I would have, come across at some point. But no, the Roanoke episode is the episode I have to thank for getting me into the world of Shane and Ryan content. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What was your first introduction to Shane and Ryan in the Buzzfeed Unsolved content? What was your first video you've watched of them? And let me know how you felt about that first episode, the first time you watched these two. And with that being said, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.